Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for coming to the new features webinar and the upgraded Authoritas platform. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for coming to the new features webinar and the upgraded. So I'm SEO Joe Blogs from the marketing team, and I'm also joined by Carrie Shepherd, working in the marketing team as well. You may have seen us at Tea Time SEO, but today actually we're passing over to our account management team, who will be going through one key feature each and giving you a live demo of the new features and of the new upgraded platform. So we have Tina, we have Sam, and Raphael. So if you have any questions for them, please leave them in the chat. There will be a Q&A afterwards. So we have three main areas that we'll be focusing on today: keyword rankings, project visibility, and SEO reports. I'm going to pass over now to Sam, who's going to go through in detail about keyword rankings and how you can gather more insights from our upgraded keyword rankings platform. I'll pass over to you, Sam.
Thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. So yes, my name's Sam. I'm one of the client success managers here at Authoritas. And this morning, I'm going to be taking you through the rank tracking on the new V7 technology. Rank tracking is a main focus for many of the SEOs that we work with, and I'm sure for many of the SEOs that join us on today's webinar. And we've got loads of technology here in rank tracking that I'm keen to show to you. So for the purposes of this demonstration, I've loaded up our demo campaign, which is for Boohoo, big online fashion sites, I'm sure a lot of you know. And we've got 1,800 keywords in this project. Straight away, you can see that we offer a really consolidated view for rank tracking. And what I mean by that is for these 1,800 keywords, I can compare my performance against different search engines. This can be generic overview data, such as whole of Google UK or Google Mobile, down to a more city-specific level, such as London and Manchester, all the way down to a postcode or zip code level. This is the zip code of our office based in Twickenham, and we can support, like I say, the rank performance down to that level. In the same way, we can compare and contrast the ranking performance of these 1,800 keywords in these different domains that we're tracking. So we have obviously Boohoo and then all of our competitors, and I can add and change these in order to show the performance of our competitors on our keywords. As well as these two standard filters, we have a range of comprehensive and customizable filters in order to segment out data in a range of different ways. This includes very simplistic filters such as dates, which allow you to jump back to any point in time in order to see how your performance was for that period, down to more specific and detailed features such as SERPs features here. So as you can see on my screen, we offer visibility on a lot of different universal results. So, brand, places, news. Basically, whenever we see something come available in Google, we look to add it and give you guys visibility on it. But by way of example, I'll take answer box, also known as snippets, one of the more highly sought after positions. And you can see that that filters my 1,800 keywords down to the 29 that generate an answer box at the time of the last rank check. It's also important to note that we can add additional filters here because all the filters are designed to talk to each other. So I could add some additional filters using this plus icon in order to take this 29 down even further to a more specific set of data. As well as all of the filters here on this plus, we have some pre-built show me filters, as you can see here on the left. And these show me's are built on popular queries that we see a lot of clients interested in. So for example, if I take low hanging fruit, this is going to return to me the keywords that are between positions 4 and 10 on the first page of Google. So 746. And, I think you guys would agree that this is a good starting place for understanding what keywords are out there for optimization and better visibility potential. You may have realized or recognized that as I'm kind of applying different filters, these bars here at the top, they're dynamic and they change. So we've got SERP positions for keywords between 1 and 100, ranking pages, your estimated traffic, which uses your ranking position and search volume, and then your media value. This is how much your traffic is worth to you. how much you're saving by not having to buy your traffic at a PPC rate. And like I say, as you segment out data and apply different filters, these bars will dynamically update to reflect that. Okay, so if we get into some of the data here in the table, each and every keyword provides a really rich level of information now. So we have the ability to chart keywords on the fly. So if I just take maybe these top couple up here and select chart keywords, you can see it's going to draw me a graph over time with the ability to change my time period as well. I also have the ability to jump straight into my technical performance. So you can see here, I'm hovering over this book icon, which will take me through to Content 360. Now, I won't have the time this morning to talk in detail about Content 360, but this is where all of your technical performance, your metadata, your engagement metrics is collated and allows for proper analysis of all those areas. We have metrics such as traffic, media value, search volume, and CPC per keyword, as well as the ability to see an HTML response for each and every keyword. So if I click on this 100 icon over here on the right, you can see I've now got the full SERP response, the top 100 response at the time of the rank track, which is really useful for understanding competitors around you and the pages around you as well. Our most recent feature is user intent scoring, and that's represented here by this colored bar underneath each and every keyword. Now, this is not the same as typical keyword intent. That typically uses keyword structure in order to classify terms, but we find that to be a little bit restrictive and oversimplified. So instead, we've built and taught a machine learning model that uses Google's own search intent as a proxy for user intent. And what that means in more plainer English is that we've broken it down into the 4 main areas that we see around search terms. So we have navigational intent. This is where a user is typically looking for a specific entity, such as a company or a website. We have informational intent, which is where they're maybe trying to get some general facts or information about a product or a service. We have research intent, which is the kind of the where's, the what's, the how's, the more specific details about a product or a service. And then, of course, transaction, what most of us are interested in. This is where the user has made up their mind about what they want to buy and are they ready to purchase. And, you know, I think you guys can see that this is a really unique insight into the kind of content that Google's serving and can give you a really great steer into what kind of content you guys can create for your own landing pages. So user intent and all of the metrics here, they update every time that these keywords are rank tracked. So for Boohoo here, you can see that this keyword updates every single week, as indicated by this W over here. Each keyword can have its own rank tracking schedule, which means you can have, you know, a portion of your keywords tracked weekly, a portion of your keywords tracked daily, and we also support fortnightly and monthly as well. Talking about customization, each keyword can have its own custom search volume data, its own custom CPC data, and its own custom click-through rate model. And obviously, click-through rates can be built through data such as Google Search Console, and we do support a Google Search Console integration as well. The last point I want to share with you guys is that we have a range of additional tools outside of rank tracking, such as page analysis, tag analysis, share of search and forecasting, and FAQ Explorer, which basically serve to add additional layers. Like I said, I'm not going to get the time to do it on this morning's webinar, but if any of you are interested in learning more, then feel free to reach out with questions, or we can have additional sessions. But by way of quick example, if I look at the FAQ Explorer, I've ran some queries before this. This actually scrapes the questions that we see on Google. In this instance, for bomber jacket, you know, a relevant term to Boohoo, and we get the questions pulled back, the ranking URLs pulled back, and the titles pulled back. Which, like again, is another insight into how you might be able to craft your content strategy. And yeah, that's a really quick insight and overview of the rank tracking, guys.
Thank you very much, Sam. There's loads of detail there. If you have any questions for Sam about keyword rankings, please drop them in the chat. In the meantime, I'm going to pass over to Raf, who's going to be talking to you all about project visibility and how to measure your international performance.
Hi, everyone. So thanks, Joe. Like today, I'm gonna introduce you like to a new module that will be like released like live this month, the project visibility that you can see on my screen right now. This visibility module will provide the user with insight, calculating your share of voice based on the keyword that you're currently like monitoring on the project that Sam like just showed it to you before. So as you can see, the module is split in three main views: the overview, which is gonna be like the general view like here, the ranking URL, and the ranking keyword. One thing that would be interesting is like that you can see like a section, a column with like all the universal results here, because like we will cover you like every single result you will see on Google thanks to our SERP API. So coming back to the overview. So now, thanks to this module, you can benchmark yourself against your market in the right way and compare a host of useful like SEO KPI, such as average rank, keyword per page, number of keywords, number of page, potential visibility score, potential visibility value, visibility percentage, visibility index, visibility score, and visibility value. Obviously, I'm not gonna have time like today like to cover like every single of these metrics, but I would recommend you like to have a look at the quick tool that our product manager like Matt O'Toole has been writing about it. Joe will share like the link in the chat, and you will have like more information about every single metrics and the calculation that will be behind. So I will come back now like in the different widget that I got in my screen. So you will see like in like different widget, I will show you a visibility between you and your competitors that can evolve across like the time that you've been selected. So the first one I'm gonna pay attention will be like the visibility index. The visibility index basically that will be like a visibility score for each domain based on the search volume that it will be like for every single keyword. And here I can see like, what would be my visibility index at Boohoo, taking the same example as Sam done before, and which is like against like all the competitors that I set up previously in the platform. The interesting point as well, that if, for example, I forgot like to add like some competitors in my project, I can add them like, like in the loop, and automatically like the data will be integrated with the new competitor that had just been added. We'll talk as well like, about the visibility share percentage that gives you like, like your visibility share between you and your competitors. So you can see it like in the graph, like in the pie, like right now, based on the last date that we've been checking for your keyword. But obviously you will be able like to see like all this data through a graph related like to the frequency of keyword check that you have like currently in the platform. On this example, like right now, I can see that I got like a visibility update every single day. We have like the ranking summaries that give you like, a quick insight, like, how many keywords you're ranking between position 1, 3, 4, 10, same that just Sam showed you before. The result type prominence. The result type prominence basically show you like which results are more prominent based on the set of keywords you're tracking. So I can see here that you obviously like, for my keyword, I've got 100% of organic result, but I will have as well like 75% of images in every single result of a keyword that I'm currently tracking. Video 38%, etc., etc. And as a quick like summarize, I will have as well like, like the number of keywords I'm currently ranking URL, and the keyword by search volume. But today I will want to show it to you like, like the segmentation of the visibility that you can be able to calculate it. So once you add like some keyword in our platform, you can do like a segmentation by keyword tag. For example, today I'm gonna take like, the garment dresses as the tag that has been selected. And the interesting point on that you can see like straight away that the chart, the pie, like will be like updated based on the keyword tag that had just like been selected. So I don't know if you pay attention just before, but like generically, like for all the set of keywords that I was tracking, I was dominant with Boo. But I can see like right now that for this specific tag of keyword I got now, like Hazos and even like Next.co in UK and Debenhams got like more visibility than me. So I can see that, like based on the segmentation that I got, I have the possibility like to take decision, and obviously like, like to pay more attention at specific like set of keywords that I want to work. One filter that is like as well like really interesting and really powerful is the possibility to group some domain together. For example, if you own like one or more web property and you want to see your visibility across the competitors, but like, adding like all the domain together, or if you want to group like some certain category of site together and see your visibility like against like this group of competitors. For example, on my example, I will take like the main competitors, which will be like Zara, ASOS, H&M, and Pretty Little Thing. I have the possibility to add like way more here. I can like start with domain if I got like some subdomain, or end with. I update it. I click into it, and I just like need now to check the box and see like, like what is like, what is like the performance of my main competitors against me. And you can see like, automatically all the widget getting update, same than my organic visibility like here. Everything is being updated based on the keyword group that have been selected. So I have to just like remove on my calculation the competitor that are just like grouped together, otherwise the calculation will be twice. So I'm removing like Zara, H&M, Zalando, and Pretty Little Thing. And now you can see like straight away how is like the full visibility of my main competitors. This data obviously will be available as well, like here on the table. So I can see like, the percentage of all my main competitor vs all myself and all the others that have been grouped together. I got all the metrics I've been showing before: visibility index, value, potential, and number of keywords. So I'm like, that's like the base of the product visibility. I will be able like to talk to you. I could talk to you about this module like for hours, but it's some restriction time like at the moment. But I will be happy like, if you have any question, like drop it in the chat, or you have the possibility like, to contact like respective account manager that will be like more than happy to introduce you like to these new modules that will be live for every single of our customer like in the next few weeks. And that's all for me.
Great, thank you very much, Raf. So loads of detail around project visibility, and particularly important if you want to measure your international performance. You have a site, you have a company in multiple countries, as per the examples that Raf has shared. So we're going to now pass over to Tina, who's going to take you through reporting and show you how easy it is to create SEO reports. And this can be for your C-level, this can be from anyone in the company. So I will pass over now to Tina.
Thanks, Joe. So guys, we're going to be taking a look at the new Authoritas reporting module. So exciting, guys. It's definitely a big step up from the old platform. You can create reports in different formats, obviously Excel, PDF, depending upon your preferences and requirements. You can also customize specific design elements such as logos, but also in line with client branding as well. And don't forget, there are a few pre-built templates which will obviously help save some time, which is always welcome. So what we can see here, guys, is the reporting module on the left-hand area here. And if we expand that, we can see 3 unique areas. We've got report creation, generated reports, and report scheduling. So let's jump into report creation. And what we're going to do straight away is simply click on Add Report. Now here you can assign your report a simple and quick title, something such as driving organic traffic, which is ultimately what we're all trying to do. Now I mentioned a series of templates, and if we take a look at this drop down here, we can see what those templates are. And you'll see that they focus on specific areas of SEO, but we're actually going to be building a report from scratch. So I'm going to simply check No Template. Now in the platform, there's a range of different themes and style options, guys. So you can go for professional palette, soft pastels, one that I definitely like, just because I do like those colors that are used. And you also have a range of date formats, guys, really useful if you're working with an international audience. Click on Save once you're set. Oh, that will be my example. I'll just add in a little one there. Once you're set, click on Save, and you can see that now allows us to pull in some components. You can see the different options here, guys. Now, all of the different areas of SEO, so whether it's link data, rankings, are all available to report on fully from the platform. We're going to go for reporting rankings, obviously one of the more commonly used areas of the platform. And if we jump to the right-hand side here, guys, we can see all of the different areas which are available to report on. I'm going to jump into keyword rank tracking, and you'll see that this brings about a nice component ready for me to customize. In fact, on the left-hand side, I can actually see an example of the chart, what it will look like, and I can see the design as well. Now we have here the title and the description, which are fully customizable. Ultimately, you're trying to tell, I guess, a user journey, or really you're trying to tell a story here, guys. So it's really up to you how you customize this particular report. You can also choose from all of your ranking configurations, which we obviously saw earlier in the rankings module. I'm going to select Google UK, and if I wanted to compare to a previous time period, I could also create a comparison view by simply checking the box. And I do have a few different options here, such as previous period, previous year, or a custom period. I'm going to go for the previous period, and I can also choose the specific interval of the data that is going to be pulled through. I'm going to go for weekly, and this will now come through to the keyword section. Now you'll see this little pencil icon, really handy, guys, used throughout the platform, where you can actually choose and I guess kind of segment different data, different keywords. Here we're going to actually select the keywords that we want to report on. So simply check that little icon there. And I too am going to use the dresses tag group, definitely a good area to be focusing on. And I'm going to just select a few different areas that I would like to report on. And you'll see if you scroll down, guys, all of your different keywords that you're tracking in the platform are available here to report on. Click on Save once you're ready, and you can see that that component has now been updated to focus on those 4 keywords that I'm interested in reporting on. Your domain selection really allows you to either report on your primary domain or any of your competitors, guys. We'll go for boohoo.com, and I'm simply going to add component, and that's now ready. Now at this stage, guys, I can actually choose to view a sample of the report. A really, really handy feature, guys, in the new platform, which allows you to take a very quick look and understand what your chart will look like. Here we can see an example of what the chart will look like, and also some of the data, and obviously our keyword rankings just along the left-hand side here. So a really nice quick tip there if you are looking at, I guess, kind of taking a look at your report just before you fully generate it. Now, the second option then, guys, is actually to generate the report from the platform. So once you've then fully built up your report and you're happy with your design and spec, you can choose to generate the report. Simply click on Generate Report, and you can choose from those 2 different options that I mentioned at the start, which are Excel or even PDF. And you can also choose to have this report emailed out. So really, really useful, guys, in terms of for your, I guess, kind of your colleagues or your wider stakeholders, obviously directly to your client as well. You can do all that directly from the platform. Another option, however, is to actually schedule the report. Really, really handy feature, guys, for being able to automatically generate the report on the day that you like and with the frequency that you like as well. So again, you can choose the format as before and choose the schedule. And once you're set, the platform will automatically run fresh data and fresh report. So you could even schedule that in line with internal business meetings or, as I mentioned, stakeholder and client requirements. Finally, as they say, here's one that I made earlier. And this is an example of a fuller report with different design elements as well. Here we have customized the actual title, and we've even added an accompany logo. We can also pull that through to the right-hand side, or in fact, anywhere along that page. So in line with your client's branding or specific preferences. If we scroll down, we can take a look at some of the examples of charts and data that you can report on. Here we've got the domain rank tracking component. So we're actually focusing on one particular keyword, but we're looking at multiple different competitor domains. Great for an overview, or I guess an overview of what's happening at your industry and understanding how competitive you are against your key businesses and competitors in the industry. The next chart here takes a look at traffic by channel. So to understand the source of your traffic, how is that changing over time? Is it coming through directly? Is that through paid? Really, really useful, guys, for understanding, as I said, the source of your traffic over time. This is also a bar chart format. Now, there are a variety of different charts that you can actually pull in. Here's an example of a line graph and where we're actually looking at the traffic by search engine. So very, very specific now. Now, this is obviously pulling in data through Google Analytics. And as we touched on earlier, you can pull data from GSE as well. The next chart then shows the breakdown of link counts. Now, how is this changing over time between us and a few of our competitors? Great for understanding the strength of your backlink profile and how competitive it is. Finally, then, we're focusing here on the share of search, a really, really nice feature, guys, in the platform, allowing you to understand the share of search, not only for yourself, but also against your your competitors, understanding how competitive you are with that online share of the market. I would absolutely love to hear how you're getting on with reporting, what kind of reports you might want to build yourselves, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tina. There were loads of different reports that you can pull out. Then we've got some questions from the audience, so I'll pass over to Carrie to ask those to Tina, Sam, and Raf.
Great, thank you. So we have one question here for Sam. Can you rank track in all major search engines in all countries?
Yes, so we support 100 countries and full language support, which includes unique scripts such as Japanese, Chinese, Russian, Greek. We support, by default, Google, Bing, Yahoo. We also support Naver, Yandex, and Baidu. And we're actually currently carrying out some work to add some additional Asian search engines as well.
Thanks. Raf, can you see visibility of multiple tags over time?
Yeah, definitely. Like there is one section that is like at the bottom of the modules when you will see different like tag that you've been selected and see like the evolution like through the time period that you just been selected. So that is one of the graph and the evolution that you can see like in the project visibility module.
Great, thank you. And Tina, how long does it take to set up an average report, would you say?
I would say that's a really, really interesting question. I would say that it is pretty quick overall. Obviously, it depends upon what you're looking to build and which type of SEO you're focusing on. So if you are looking at, say, a few different areas or you're going to have multiple components, it will take a little bit longer. But generally, as you would have seen from the demo there, it's quite straightforward. It's also quite user intuitive. And obviously, myself and the rest of the account managers can help work you through any specific reporting requirements you might have. But generally, I'd say it's pretty straightforward and easy.
Okay, thank you. Also, Tina, link counts, how often is this updated?
That's a really great question as well. So in the platform, we do have a specific module related to link data. So with your link data module, that will pull through your backlink profile, obviously using the Majestic API. It's usually done monthly, but you can increase that to twice a month or even less frequently to every other month. So then obviously your reporting will be in line with that data.
Okay, great, thank you. Raf, how have you calculated the visibility share?
So for the visibility share, so like the different metric we got, like on the visibility share, basically like, you know, you have each domain visibility share based on the overall market divided by the total visibility score for every single domain. To anticipate the question, the visibility score is an estimate of a domain overall visibility for the ranking keyword and with an assumption of the click-through rate for every single keyword with the search volume. So as I say, we have like a lot of metrics that is calculated on these modules, and would be like happy like to share with you like some document that explain like like the calculation that will be like beyond like every single like metric, because I know that working like closely with customers, that they need like to understand like every single metric, and me like to report it and understand like the work that is made behind like for like to have like some accurate data for the customer.
Great, thank you. We also have a question for Sam. Where do you get the estimated traffic figure from?
Okay, so estimated traffic. Firstly, we pull search volume, and as I highlighted in my demonstration, we can either do custom search volume, which can be provided by a client, but we also have a keyword planner API connector that we pull search volume through. Okay, once we have that search volume figure, we then use the ranking position of the keyword and the anticipated click-through rate of that keyword. So we have 2 off-the-shelf click-through rate models on platform. And as I highlighted in my little overview, we can build custom click-through rate models. We essentially take your ranking position and then the expected click-through rate for that position. So if you're rank 1, let's say 35%, and then we use that 35% against the search volume. So if you're seeing 35% and there's 100,000 search, you're going to see 35,000 expected average traffic, estimated traffic in that monthly period.
Thank you. And the final question we have is, do you offer free training? There is free training with the platform. Sam, how can users get in touch with you about a training session?
Obviously, you've got the some details on the screen for LinkedIn. I'm sure you can provide everyone that's kindly attended with our direct email addresses and phone numbers. The easiest way is to set up a demo, guys, to be honest, and we can walk you through any element that you're interested in. Obviously, we've only scratched the surface this morning, and there's a lot more to discover. So not just within the modules we've shown, but with the supporting modules as well.
Great, thank you. Well, I think that's all we have time for, so I'll hand back over to Joe. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Joe, you're muted.
Thank you very much, everyone, for giving up your time and showing us the different aspects of the platform. As Sam said, they have their LinkedIn details there. We've also put it in the chat, and Carol will be sending a follow-up email as well with their email addresses, Tina, Sam's, and Raf's. So thanks, everyone, also for giving your time to join us on today's webinar. If you do have any questions, there is free training, as Sam has mentioned, on the platform, so do get in touch. And we will see some of you back tomorrow for Tea Time SEO at 4 p.m. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.